answer you and be with you. There's healing in this room, deliverance in this room, because we made it, we pressed through the day. Look at the next one, you ought to plan like Hannah and them. They're going to come to him, and we stay all day. I'm here sometimes at 12 o'clock at night, because I don't want to miss him. I ain't missed no appointments when I was a hoe. I ain't missed no appointment when I was on drugs. The drug dealer say, be here that time. I probably was there earlier. I don't want to miss Jesus. I don't want to miss him, y'all. I don't want to miss this appointment. This appointment is divine by God. Baby girl, you coming up here? And then Pastor, I want to hear from you because I know there's a birthing in your belly. And you've been so humble holding it in. And I thank you. Sometimes you rush the Holy Ghost in the person that you came from, haven't gotten here yet.
You better say it.
And you're pulling at me. Listen, the Spirit is something to the prophet of the house. So me and God is in communication, because guess what, y'all? I don't fornicate before I get here.
Amen.
I don't commit adultery before I come in here. Some of them that's not God, they come right out of the bathroom doing whatever they do and then stand before God's people and preach a good word, and y'all run up to him and let him lay his hands on y'all, and then you struggling with his homosexuality.
Sweet Holy Ghost.
Why would I worry about what they're doing? They already started. I'm just meeting them on the battlefield. I'm holding my peace, mother. And God fighting the battle. How come they aging and I'm looking good? They said, hold up the money. Don't give her no money. We'll close the church. But what about the real men and women of God? Said, Pastor D, I'm going to donate because God told me to donate to you. I believe in you, so I'm going to invest in you. Like Mother said, I'll come and bring the food here. Stop that. They stopped bringing. Mother called, said, I'll bring it on. I said, listen, God, that devil can't win. You can tell his people to hold back the money, but God's people will send the money. God is not going to let this door close. He took us 3 years. And so when they go, they said, dried up, went through the paperwork to find out who was the top head. I'm telling y'all, because we need to pray. It's not my battle. This is a battle about the kingdom against the kingdom. And they can't influence more people than I can, because the Holy Ghost can go where Satan can't go.
Yes, God. Have your way, God. Have your way, God.
You hear me, young man, don't you? God's moving on you. That's why I didn't want her to leave yet, because God got a word for you. God has something great in store for you. If you don't rush, these men are going to pray for you, because you have a destiny in God. That's why you sat back there and you couldn't move. You didn't shift because God was pouring in you. You already know who you are.
You know, one of my favorite songs, I have so many gospel songs, but one of my favorite ones is Shifting the Atmosphere. Yeah. It's moving. It's shifting. Yeah. My worship is shifting the atmosphere. You know, as I was sitting here listening to all of our, testimonies, and it's crazy how some more than of us have gone through so much of the same things, but we all handle it different. And the thing is, we live in a world when the world want to tell us what's right and what's wrong and the way to handle it. But God told me, as long as you keep praising me through the storm, millions of people, and I'm so glad that y'all was blessed to get through those alive, because we have lost so many. Yes. So many. Yes. And I know that in 2004, my uncle was actually killed in a domestic violence situation. It was the most heartbreaking thing for me. And it was all because he did not want to be with this woman no more. So she thought, in her mind, she was God. She had the power to take somebody's life. And it's crazy because the hurt, you don't realize when you make a choice to do something, you don't just damage that person, you damage that family. Yeah. And I'm telling you right here, because even though you might have seen me standing right here, and my grandmother might have lived a long time, she died that day. But somehow I saw her shrink. I saw a mother lose her child, and somehow not only was she able to keep going, she was able to still be there for somebody else. In the midst of all, and she was able to forgive. She was able to say, don't get on, I know you mad, but I'm telling you, forgive this woman. And I was like, Grandma, you want me to forgive this woman? Yes, forgive this woman. Because she didn't know. She didn't know, but you do. You do. And if you forgive her, you'll be surprised how you will change that person. You know? Sometimes we gotta let God use us. And things that we don't understand what He's using us for. And sometimes, my mom, she passed away in 2016, but she used to always tell me about my story. And she was like, Nikki, you have a powerful testimony. But I let the devil tell me, Nikki, why are you going to tell people your story? Can't you see you ugly now? Can't you see the damage, the scars that was left to you? Everybody gonna say all this negative stuff about you. Why are you worried about telling your story? And it's so crazy how as soon as when my mama passed away, it was like God said, I know you died yourself, but I'm about to bring you back to life. And I'm about to show you everything your mama was trying to tell you. And I noticed I started seeing a therapy. And it's so sad because a lot of times we don't want people to seek a therapist. We like, God is your therapist. Oh, I know God is my therapist. I go to God, so I go to anybody else. What you talking about? That's my physical therapist. My spiritual therapist is God. I done had conversations with God so many times. God probably done been like, really? Really? Come on now. Because when we had this conversation, okay, I talked to my Father. I talked to him. In spite of all I've been through. And a little bit of my testimony is, in 2005, a lot of times, God sometimes gives us senses. I think that's why it's important to have a relationship with God. Amen. Because sometimes He would give you the sense to, sometimes you don't know what He's trying to tell you, but it's like He's giving you a warning. Yes. And I woke up one day out of nowhere, and I said, Dad, can I ask you something? And he said, what? I said, do you think I'm dying? And he said, what do you mean? I said, I don't know, Dad, but I got this food, I'm getting ready to die. And he said, oh, no, that's just the enemy. And then next thing you know, all this stuff started. I started having the worst headaches in the world, nausea, everything. I tell you, Tylenol, nothing was doing nothing. Wow. We kept going back and forth to the doctors. They ain't seen nothing. 6 whole months. Finally, in June of 2005, I said, Mom and Dad, just tell me you love me one last time. And it was like, because I had this feeling like I was here, but I wasn't here no more. Yeah. And I said, Mom, you got to tell me, because I ain't going to be here in the morning. And she didn't want to tell me. Finally, she told me, she was like, I just want you to shut up. She was like, I just want you to shut up. Somehow in the morning, I end up in my room, and God said, I need you to tell your mama you can't move. And I said, God, she ain't going to believe that. Every time I don't play that in middle and high school, you think she going to believe me? And God's like, no, she going to believe you. And I ended up finding out my mama believed me because she said I was pale and I was dead. And she just seen it. She just seen it. And when I went to the hospital, the doctor said, Nicole, you got end-stage 4 lymphoma cancer. You got 2 days to live. I just want you to know this year in June was my 15 years cancer-free anniversary. Okay? So you can't tell me God ain't good. You can't tell me God ain't And I started feeling sick. And I said, that's crazy. Why am I starting to feel sick right when it's about time to do something called no longer broken? And then I was thinking I couldn't do it. I was heartbroken and I couldn't believe it. And then she told me, she posted and she said, I'm going to do it this time. I said, I'm not even going to say I'm going to do it this time. I'm just going to believe and claim with God. Because sometimes when you tell the enemy out loud what you're getting ready to do, he know how to stop you. So sometimes you got to say, I don't know nothing. I don't know what I want to do. And I waited to the last second. I'm Pastor, I'm coming. I'm coming. And look at me here today. I am here today. I might not be feeling my best. But the thing is, God is giving me my strength and I am here today. You're looking at a person who has congestive heart failure. But God told me, I'm not going to let nobody know you got heart failure. I'm going to keep you moving. I got things for you. I don't know what the devil thought he keep trying to do, trying to take you out. But God, he told me, I want you here. So the devil can keep doing it. And I'm looking at the devil. When you keep coming for it, you keep moving. How much more do you need to move? How much more do I need to walk away from my deck bag for you to get it? I'm not the one to mess with. Yeah. I don't know. But I felt ashamed. If the devil was stupid enough and to come for Jesus and God, you got to think that he don't have a problem coming for you. But this is why sometimes, even though you're going through the most troublous things and you want to quit, and I know because I've been there. It was times when I was like, that's it. I want out. I don't want to be here no more. I done had enough because God, I ain't do nothing to nobody. I mean, well, I'm going through this. Why this person done did everything under the sun, done had no problem killing nobody doing it, and nothing happening to them. But God said, you notice I give you a lot of tests because it's the anointing in you. It's the anointing in you. And I knew you can handle it. And when other people see how you can handle it, you'll be surprised how you can help change other people's lives. All you gotta do is not be afraid, because I didn't give you the spirit of fear. All you gotta do is have the courage, and I will give you every strength that you need. I will open every door that needs to be open for you. That's what God told me, and that's why I've been blessed so much. And sometimes we so focused on other blessings that we want that we don't see the blessings already God that blessed us with. So I just want to tell you this. I know all of us right now are going through so much stuff, and the enemy keep trying to attack us. Yes. But I want you in the midst of all of that to have that talk with God and say, God, I may not understand what's going on. It might seem too hard for me, but God, I trust you because I know you are able. And I don't know you are able just because what you done did for somebody else. I know you are able because I see what you done for me. That's why I can trust you. That's why I can keep praising you. When people can say, how can you praise God for all that you done been through? How can I not praise God for what all I done been through? Because somehow I'm still here in spite of all that I've been through. So that means God was working even when I probably gave up working. It's because I kept the faith. I kept on trusting God. And I told God, I will never leave you no matter what you have allowed for me to go through. And see, that's the problem with us. See, we leave God. God don't leave us. Have you ever noticed when you leave God and somehow you still protected? You still provided? Because God said, you left me, but I did not leave you. I was right there. I was waiting for you to come home. And he said, come on home. Because when you're ready, come on home. And guess what? I ain't going to tell you everything you done did. I don't mean that for the people that want to be judges. I don't care what you done did. The fact that you came back home to me is good enough for me. Because you could have stayed out there. So when I see someone like her and you guys who tell your testimonies, I'm here to tell you to bring me so much joy. Because I know that God can do all things. You know, we are limited. God is not limited. There's nothing God cannot do. If you just step aside and let God work. And a lot of times we try to do God a job for him. But God said, if you just step aside and if you just let go, I will do everything you need me to do. But what I will not do is open doors that are not good for you. And sometimes you got to understand that God closed doors because he knew them doors was going to hurt and destroy us. So he had to protect us. He had to protect us. So every time you hear no, you can be mad for a little second, but just be like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord, for being so good to me. So I'm going to tell you this. You can do it now, but when you get home, you can do this. Like I said, I love me some gospel music. And sometimes God has to use somebody to tell you and show you who you are and what you picked up. And one of the songs I love to sing is I never would have made it. I never would have made it. If it was not for God, I never would have made it. I never would have keep on making it right now because I'm still making it. If you only knew, I am still making it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say right now, we are so grateful for this No Longer Broken conference. And we're going to be grateful that God was shifting the atmosphere. And we're going to say we are getting ready for an overflow of blessings. We believe in that those overflow of blessings are coming. They're going to be so big and we're going to say, God, hold on, God, I can't hear you doing these blessings. Hold on, God, hold on, what you doing? Hold on. And it's because you was very faithful and obedient through everything you was going through. Because you could have cursed them. Instead, you was like Job. You didn't even curse him. You told devil, I don't care how you tell my family I'm stupid for me to keep praising God and how I keep going to church. I don't care. Because I know when it's all over, everything that you took from me, devil, God gonna give it back down. So I don't care. You might have took a lot of stuff from me. You might even got me a lot of scars. But one thing I learned is that my scars show the strength that I have. Because it shows what I made it through. It shows what I was able to keep fighting through and I run through every battle you throw at me. That's why I have the scars today to prove it. So I used to think my scars were ugly, but they are beautiful. But they show who I am. They just show. So here's what we all want to do. We all just going to get ready. Get ready for them big old blessings. Them big old blessings. And that's why God had all of us here today. And sometimes we wonder why sometimes God didn't let things happen then. Because he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for you then. And sometimes he got to wait because he knows something is going to happen here. He didn't want you to miss. It's not like you missed anything. It was just that wasn't going to be big enough. That wasn't going to encourage you enough. That wasn't going to make you want to keep going on enough. That wasn't going to show you who I am enough. So I had to wait till you was ready. Because sometimes we rush, like Pastor said. You was like, wait a minute. I don't think you was ready then. So I had to get you ready now. And that's why I let every way possible to be able to let you get here. There was no reason why I couldn't get here today. Because God said this is your moment. This is your moment to show who I am. To show who you are. So I just want to thank you. I want to thank you, Pastor. Just thank you all for allowing me to share my story. And when you think of Nicole Badgers, just think that woman is a warrior. And not only is she a warrior, she told me I could be a warrior. She told me I could be a survivor. She told me that it's not going to last away because I probably a little bit forgot. But she told me that it was going to be okay. Because she's a living testimony. She's a living miracle. She got up there in spite of how she was feeling. In spite of everything I could have told her to leave. Every moment the devil said, okay, you got to go. You know it's time for your medicine. But the devil said, I just need you to leave. Just leave. But God said, no, I know, I got you. Your heart going to be fine. Because I'm holding your heart in my hand. So I need you to stay there and share your story. I need you to see the other testimonies of other don't get everything we need to get. But if we all just come together and say, I want it for you, I want it for you, I want it for you, we will all be, because we all winners. The enemy is the one that should be against us. We should not be against us. We should not. So God bless all of you guys. And I love you all. And I know that we praying for each other. Because when you two or more come together in prayer, we can move some mountains. And I'm telling you today, we are moving some mountains. We are showing the devil that we cannot be messed with, no matter what you put our way. So you can keep trying, devil, if you want to be stupid. But I'm going to be like Pastor said, be like, I know my feet, because I know God got me. He has always got me, and that's why I am so blessed. And I am so grateful. And I am so thankful. And that's why I have grown tremendously. And I thank God. And one thing, I started fasting from social media. And I tell you, when God brings people in your life, you never know why He does it. But He brought this woman in my life at a time when I was on social media so much that all the people was getting me to the point when I didn't want to be here no more. But God brought this woman in my life. And we was talking about our goals. And she said, well, how about we just fast on social media? Fast for like sodas or something. Let's just fast. And I started fasting. And I noticed I started to go without something. And you know how it's funny when you're trying to go without something, that now the enemy is tempting that you really want it there. But before, when you could have it any time and you want it, you didn't even want it. But see, God was like, because you being obedient, I'm going to show you how you didn't even need that. And my sanity is so much better. And I'm not saying social media is evil. I'm saying sometimes the people use platforms for evil. Because the devil knows that if he can just get to certain people, he thinks he can get to you. But that's what God said, I'm trying to allow you to not let so many people be in your presence. Because if you keep people away from your energy and your spirit, they don't have time to try to destroy that and bring you down. And my spirit is too strong to gotta keep dealing with haters all the time. So if you want to have hate all the way over there, if you ain't gonna be in my presence no more, I got too much things to do. Because you know why? And I'm gonna leave it with this. God said, I am the head and not the tail.
You don't met somebody, you just love them. You don't love her. Now I gotta ask a question. This your first time speaking?
Awesome. Awesome.
See, when the enemy tell you get up and leave, she would have left, we wouldn't have got this blessing. I'm looking at her, it's like, wow. God should not steal, but honey, hide that one. Keep that one. Oh my God. Woo, Lord, have mercy. I have been knowing Nicole for years through Facebook. And then we did a movie together. We both were in the same movie by Roosevelt Jackson. And this is the very first time that we met in person. Jesus! And it's been at least, I don't know, 10 years. And this is the very first time. And I'm so proud of you. And I watched her on Facebook. This person is standing before you right now? No. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. She was bold then. She was bold. She would tell what was going on with her, how much pain she was in. She would cry, and we would pray for her and encourage her. I am so proud of you, Nicole. I'm so proud of you. Can I tell y'all who God said He's going to make your name great?